welcome to All Black Everything Podcast, where our goal is to empower, educate, and elevate. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Portia. So, last week when we spoke, it was the 18th episode. We kind of touched on a few different things, but the biggest thing I wanted to recap on today is Father's Day weekend. I hope you all had a wonderful Father's Day weekend, and as well as a wonderful Juneteenth. I know I had a great time the whole weekend. Shout out to Bay, wink, wink, wink. Mike, wink, wink, wink. You know who you are, wink, wink, wink. No. But anyway, shout out to you. We had a great weekend. We actually had the opportunity to go to the Gary Owens show, comedy show, and then from there we went to the Promontory, and that is actually going to be, we're going to actually shout them out, you know, in the Black Business shout out. So as I digress though, so before we get into all of that, I hope that you all had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Please let me know what you did with all, you know, with your families and all of those things of that nature. So let's get straight into it. I want to actually give a shout out to a young lady, Sha'Carri Richardson. She is the fastest woman in the world, and I know that you guys have seen videos on top of videos on top of videos of her. Check out this young lady.
This is where Richardson winds up and eases back. She points to the time, 10:65. How about that? Eclipses her 10:72. The orange hair, by the way, is symbolic of I'm running on fire.
I just want the world to know that I'm that girl, that every time I step on the track, I'm going to try to do what it is that me, my coach, my support team believe I can do, and the talent that God blessed me to have to do every time I step on the track.
Now, when I see videos like that, it gives me hope. It gives me hope. It makes me excited just to see this young black girl doing her thing. Like she says, I want everybody to know I'm that girl. Like she's gonna put 110% stamp on everything she do, and I think that's a great representation for black children, especially black girls. There were other individuals, Black Girl Magic, from swimming, to tennis, you know, just the whole nine. We dip and dab in it all, you know. So to be able to see just things transforming, and we're not just, you know, subjected to basketball or track, but we have young ladies swimming, which is a stereotype. A lot of times people think it's a stereotype. Oh, black people can't swim, or they don't like to swim. And we have young black girls winning medals on that. We have young black girls winning medals on tennis. We have young black girls winning medals on track. We have them doing it all, and I mean doing it all. So I want to give, like I said, the biggest shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson, as well as all the other black young ladies. That type of stuff is very inspiring to the new generation. But I wanted to get into today's topic today. I have heard, and this man, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of black men that have become very, well, not black men, black individuals that have they have been given relationship advice, the Derek Jacksons of the world, and, you know, different things of that nature. But one gentleman that has been getting a lot of, you know, attention would be Mr. Kevin Samuels. Now, this man, I know that honestly, it seems like there is a balance between, you know, people who like him and people who don't. Most of the people who like him are black men. Most of the people that seem to not like him is black women. Not saying that it's all on either side, but I actually looked at a few of his clips, and it made me actually want to see, like, who is this man? So, you know, I pulled him up because I wasn't really paying too much attention to him, but after seeing his clips, it did make me want to pull up his bio or his background to really see who is he, like what is his, what is his title. If there was a title, would it be YouTube influencer, social media influencer? What is it? They title him as a life coach. They title him as a relationship guru. And like I said, there's a lot of people that have been given relationship advice from Derek Jackson's of the world. There's another young lady. I actually follow her. Her name is Love Dorsey. I like her. So, there's people that I definitely follow. Now, with Mr. Samuels, after seeing his clips, and we're going to get into his clips, like I said, not only did I want to know his title, but after seeing his clips, I wanted to know what status are you, like what status is he at relationship wise to be able to provide this type of knowledge. Was it just based off of trial and error within self? Was it something that you took a study to? Are you in a relationship? Now, from what I see, he is actually single. He's been married 2 times and has 1 child. But the way he talks to the ladies, it almost, to me, it's like it takes me to a place, right? A lot of I know people have heard it where they say, protect black women. Black women are protected. Woo-wop the bam and all of those good things. And so when I hear, that terminology, that phrase, I'm hearing that. And then when we watch the love and hip hops of the world, the entertainment, media showing, black women in a certain light, your body got to look like this, you got to have this type of persona, you got to be this type of woman, be ready to fight, as well as, those type of television programming, not just showing black women in that type of light, but also just disrespecting black women in certain ways as well, when you see some of their relationships and the things that they go through, right? But it's all in entertainment, and to be honest, not like the love and hip hop. I mean, it's no different. When you look at those women on Real Housewives of Orange County and things of that nature, there's dysfunction all across the world, all across the board. But I only can speak to what relates to me, So he speaks a lot about, black women disrespecting black men, black women not knowing how to be, wives and things of that nature. And although, I'm not even going to say that I completely disagree with some of the things that he has said, because we definitely live in a world of city girl, type of mentality. But the clips that I'm going to show you today, it was almost like he was trying to pick out flaws to fit his point of view, which was really about how women want a high class man, but they're not even high class themselves. But what he classifies as high class is not just on a woman's financial status. What he's speaking about, it really is about a woman's appearance, So one of the ones that I've seen in particular, he asked the young lady to rate herself. Like, what do you rate yourself as? You want a high class man? You want a man that's that's 6 figures or more? What do you rate yourself as? Take a look before we get into it.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'4" 3/4.
Your size?
I'm a small. I'm probably maybe a 1-2.
Okay. And if you ranked yourself, honestly, if you ranked yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you
10.
rank? Yeah, let's get back to reality.
No, I'm in reality.
No, you're not in reality.
I'm in reality.
You're not in reality. If you're gonna be a 10, we can end this. Because that's not reality. You're not a supermodel.
So what are you basing?
You're not okay, man. Check the attitude.
Check
the attitude. Let me just go ahead and say this. This bullshit that's running around with black women, they call yourself a 10, never say you don't. That is some of the most destructive psychobabble that's going around. Black women, you need to be more humble. And you're a Christian. Mm-hmm. That's not humility. A 10 is supermodel looks.
Okay.
Are you
I'm far from ugly, honey.
I didn't say that.
So
you made this combative, man. If you really want to say you're a 10, that's fine. But show me what the model contracts are.
I don't want to be a model.
I didn't ask you whether you want to be a model or not.
Somebody asked me today.
But you're not. But ma'am, you're not but you're not that. Come on.
Okay. Well, you said show me where the model contract. Somebody asked me today. Oh,
okay.
do you model?
Let's try this again. Where would you honestly rank yourself?
I just told you.
A 10.
Yeah. No. Maybe to you I'm not, but beauty's in the eye. No.
So you're a 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So are there any women that are higher?
You saying I'm not? Tell me why I'm not.
No. I'm asking you. No. I'm asking you.
Tell me why I'm not.
No. You're not questioning. So you're on my. So you mean to tell me that there are no women that are more attractive than you?
What?
I'm asking.
It's hard.
If you're a 10, that means you're at the top.
It's like I'm not.
If you're a 10, that means you're at the top.
If I'm a 10,
an A plus at 100 on a test is as high. No.
No woman.
Back it down.
No, I'm telling you.
Back it down. A 100 on a test is as high as you can go. It's a perfect grade. You're saying you're a 10, a 100 on the test. Are you saying that there's nobody who scores higher than you on looks? In the top percentile, worldwide?
Possibly, honestly, but it doesn't matter to me. No other woman I'm intimidated by, not one. I'm not. Maybe by the world standards, I'm not, because I'm darker. I don't know what's the reason.
That's bullshit.
I don't know.
See, that's the thing. They always say, thank you for saying it. Thank you. I knew we were going to get to it eventually. Eventually, we were going to get to the colorism argument. And see, the problem is, man, when you women walk around with this inflated estimation of yourself, mm-hmm. Life tells you what lane you're in, whether you want to admit to it or not. This is beyond delusion. Everybody's not a 10. Every woman does not get a high value man. Every woman doesn't deserve a high value man. Your mama got average. And mama built a life. You women who think you're 10s, think you deserve a high value man, are dying alone. Because you have no relationship skills.
Paul said, spare me the problems of married people. So if that's what,
see, then they want to go to the Bible. So to all you women that were running around telling women to say, you never rank, when somebody asks you to rank yourself, you always say you're a 10, face 10, this 10. You ladies are part of the problem.
Now, I'm not the craziest person. Well, I shouldn't even say that. I was going to say I'm not the craziest person in the world. I would say I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. Actually, I probably am one of the brightest crayons. No, I'm just playing. But I'm not the smartest person in the world. I never claimed to be the smartest person in the world. But when somebody puts life coach as their title, and what I seen was bullying. I seen him trying to bully her. Like, you ask a woman what she rates herself as. She says a 10. Now, she didn't even say 10 in a cocky way, or she just said in a confident way, like, I believe I'm a 10. He looked at the woman, instead of breaking down other dynamics as to, what she lacked, he laid on her physical appearance, which in my eyes what looks good to you may not look good to the next person, and vice versa. Isn't it all about self-confidence? Like, what your cup of tea may not be the next man's cup of tea. To tell this woman that she's basically delusional, and literally went as far as saying, you know what, if we ain't gonna have a real conversation, I'm gonna hang up. Like, to me, that's entertainment. There's no way, to me, that you consider yourself a life coach and you want this woman to lower her self-confidence to fit the point of view that you're trying to make. Like, it would have been different if a woman came along, and this is where I agree to a certain extent. If somebody comes along and this woman doesn't have anything to offer, you know what I'm saying, she doesn't have a job, you know, but here she go, I want a man to make 6 figures, this, that, and the other, but you don't have a job, you don't have a place to stay, you don't even have the bare minimum, and even if you did have the bare minimum, you're not, you know, there's things that you're lacking. Oh, okay, you don't cook, you don't this, but you don't know anything about this woman, so you literally honed in on her physical appearance, asked her what she thought of herself. She said that she thought of herself as a 10, and see, this is what sells ratings. This is what sells, you know, people coming back for more. Was that man's response? It was that man's response. You know, it was like, you know, it was that man's response. And that goes into, you know, he says women don't respect black men. But to me, for him to, you know, almost, you know, kind of pick on that woman's self-confidence, that's to me like, you don't have respect for black women. Even the way he answers things, he's very dismissive. When some of these women would answer the question, just because it was a question that she didn't like, they weren't being disrespectful. They weren't being disrespectful by no means. Even if they didn't answer the question the way that you wanted them to, he wanted them to. But he still found a way to try to crack jokes or saying like, yeah, okay. Like, just acting really dismissive. But you know what? At the end of the day, I said to myself, like, in seeing these clips, what woman in her right mind would even go on there to get relationship advice unless they were just feeding into the drama? Like, you knew the response that you were going to get. You knew how somebody was going to come at you. It's almost like when people, what is that term that people use when they say you're trolling? It's almost along the same lines as people trolling. Like, you know, when you go on a Black Lives Matter post and you're and you go against what they posted or whatever, you know you're gonna have a swarm of people, you know, coming at you. It's almost like those type of people do stuff for attention. I literally think there's no way that you were really trying to come to this man as dismissive as he is. There's no way you coming to him with relationship advice. It seems to me you're coming for the social media, the games. You want to be on there. You want to say, hey, I was on the Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even have a better enough rebuttal. It seemed like he was trying to dissect something to fit his narrative. And what does he always say all the time? This is the problem with black women. This is the problem with black women. But it's almost like, this is what you classify as a problem? That she classifies herself as a 10 when a lot of times many of us women are very insecure about ourselves. So the fact that she has confidence speaks volumes. And it wasn't even in a cocky way. That's the problem with black women. His videos, his approach, and how, you know, he says things and stuff, I do think it's very rude and just disrespectful, you know, how he is with women. But that may be why he's single, you know, because he seems to be aggravated about everything, you know. I believe a woman can be submissive. I think I am a submissive woman, but it's a difference. I think there's men out there that their definition on being a dominant man is being rude and short and disrespectful, when I feel like a dominant man can be, caring and nurturing and don't even have to stick his chest out, and just based off of the love that woman gets from that man, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be, submissive in that way. Now, if you're in a situation where there's women out here that on a financial note, it's like, no, you got to be having 6 figures or better. You got to be able to, take me out here. If it's based off of the materialistic, I can't necessarily touch on that. What I can touch on is, aside from the materialistic, me, myself, I want a man that dreams as big as me, that is motivated as much as me, and has a drive as much as me. Like, let's find a way to become entrepreneurs and build together. That's what I'm interested in. As far as these women that scout out, you have women that are already at a certain level and they want a man to be at that level as well. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think everybody has different preferences. The same way a man may say, in his case, look, hey, if I got all this money, then I want to be able to date multiple women. I mean, everybody has their own classification on expectations that they want for themselves. But I think my issue with Mr. Samuels is he literally acts like his precedent is 100% right, and that's what it should be across the board. And I think that females that jump on live or jump to have conversations with him to even challenge him or even get a relationship advice for him from him, I think they're crazy and they're looking for a little bit of attention, and they want to be on live and they want to be noticed and all those good things. Because I can tell you, there is no way in hell that I would ever get any type of relationship advice or even life coaching advice from somebody who is just so arrogant, dismissive, and just disrespectful altogether. As it relates to black women, he definitely does not have black women in mind. He has black men in mind, and if that's what he's going with, that's who he needs to be giving relationship advice to if they believe in what he's saying. But women, black women, he don't give a shit about y'all. And that's just reality. He don't give a shit about y'all. He probably a man that may have had mommy issues and everything else. He doesn't give a shit about y'all. That's bottom line, and that's all it is. One comment that he had made in this article was that, he doesn't talk about his relationships because he keeps that stuff very, very private. Well, I guess maybe Derek Jackson should have listened to all that advice, because while women were just jumping all on his back and he was bashing men, and women were jumping all on his back for some type of, advice, he was treating his woman like dog shit. And we had a episode talking about that. Now, on the flip side, this man is representing the brothers, black men, and don't give a shit about the black woman. But I just wonder, who is this man really behind closed doors? If we got to know who he was behind closed doors or his personal life, I guarantee you a lot of the things that the information he was giving out was very contradictory, such as that rumor that he likes people of the same gender, which we don't know if that's true or not. However, it just seems like a lot of women bashing. Like, you ain't even giving advice anymore. Like, you just completely being a bully, picking people out, picking their weight out. Even the woman that was slim, what do you rate yourself? A 10. Well, why do you think? Hey, so you can't be fit, you can't be pretty and fat, and you can't be, skinny and pretty. Like, you knocking everybody down. Everybody down. But that's neither here nor there. Please let me know your thoughts. Comment and let me know your thoughts on the matter, on relationships, as far as high value, what people consider high value man. A woman want a high value man. I think they said that's 6 figures or more. You know, what qualifications do you think a woman should possess? Is it about the value and what that woman can bring to the table as a mother, as a wife? Or are we literally basing this on if she is a size 4 or if she's a size 22? You know, what are we basing this off of? Are we basing this off the fact that, you know, somebody calls Jesus their homeboy, or the fact that she knows how to take care of home? Like, what are we talking about? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that just love that just take a run on this social media psychology shit. From the memes, having memes, I can do bad all by myself. From, you know, the Derek Jacksons of the world, or an example, the Kevin Samuels of the world. You know, it's like people feel like their word is just the end all or be all, but I feel like life is what you make it, you know? And like I said, there's things that anybody could agree with, but man, his delivery and his attitude towards black women, and I mean, you could literally go and look at clip after clip after clip. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of like a comedy show. Like, it's literally entertainment. It's literally entertainment. The most serious time I seen him speak was when he was speaking with Vlad, and he was hitting on some gems there. But anytime he has a conversation with a black woman, for the most part, that definitely seems like mommy issues one-on-one. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts. Like I said, comment below, let me know your thoughts. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. With that being said, let's go into our black business shout out. Black business shout out. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. So, black business shout out. Like I said, last weekend, I had the opportunity to go to this bar, restaurant, club. It's a lot of things, but it's called the Promontory, black owned, on the south side of Chicago in the Hyde Park area. Had a great time, great music, great people, great atmosphere. They had a nice little like patio rooftop that you could sit and enjoy, and it was just it was good vibes. Another cool thing about this place is they just do different things throughout the week. So this isn't just a club. There's a restaurant. They do sip and paint. They do karaoke, I believe I've seen. They have, you know, I think I said day parties. I mean, they do it all. They have Black History events. So it's a really dope spot to go to. You know, as far as the age group, I would definitely say, you know, it's within that, you know, if you're in your 20s and you're in your 30s, definitely check it out. It's a really dope spot to participate in, and I was glad that I was able to participate. The second black business shout out I want to give a shout out to is the M Lounge. That is another black bar lounge. It's a jazz lounge, jazz, live music. They play R&B. Definitely more of a grown and sexy. We talking about more 30s and up. Now keep in mind, I've never been to the M Lounge, but it's a place I want to actually go. And I was actually thinking about it because talking about doing a black business shout out for 2 different lounges, because a lot of times, especially out here in the suburbs of Chicago, we don't really have any type of, you know, black clubs or something that caters to, you know, R&B or hip hop music. I mean, we have it out there, but it's kind of like scarce. And this is summer, and I feel like people should be able to enjoy themselves amongst their people, listen to good music. So like I said, the Promontory, which I've been to, and I want to try out the M Lounge. When I do try it out, I will let you know my feedback. The third black business shout out is shout out to myself. As a lot of you guys know, I sell secret products. So really, if you're looking for any type of mud masks, magnetic masks, any type of beauty products, lotions, moisturizers, all those different things, soaps, for skin, sensitive skin, definitely check my website out as well. So with that being said, we're rolling into another weekend. I want to say, remember what I always say to you guys, go beyond the limit of the sky. Peace and blessings always.